The twins.
On a lovely, warm August day, two families arrive at Edinburgh Airport, ready to explore the city and do what typical North American tourists do. James and Thomas, mirror twins, turned 50. They wanted to celebrate this milestone birthday by doing something memorable, something they've wanted to do for a long time, and they wanted to share it with their families. They decided that the best way to celebrate their 50th birthday was a once-in-a-lifetime trip to what they considered one of the most beautiful cities in the Northern Hemisphere, the city of Edinburgh. Not only were James and Thomas mirror twins, they also lived extremely similar lives. They both married at the same age and both have two grown-up offspring, a boy and a girl each. Not surprisingly, James's kids and Thomas's kids are also the same age. The families live far apart. James and his family live in Alberta, Canada, whilst Thomas and his family live in Colorado. They could not get direct flights to Edinburgh, which meant they had to fly to London, where they got on the same connecting flight. Their hotel was just a few streets away from Edinburgh Castle. At the check-in desk, one Canadian family and one American family booked in, one after the other. They both wanted a hotel that had stunning views of Edinburgh. After all, this was supposed to be a once-in-a-lifetime birthday celebration, one that the brothers wanted to share with their families. The extra cost for such a hotel was worth it, especially in such a beautiful historic building. They didn't plan for this. After all, you can't plan the day you were born. But Edinburgh was buzzing, alive with so much going on. The brothers came to Edinburgh during the Fringe Festival, and it was in full swing. They were ready to see the city and all it had to offer. Their first morning, both families head up the Royal Mile to the Edinburgh Castle, its ancient stones looming over the city. James's family wandered the ramparts, snapping photos along the way, stunned at how old everything looked. At the same time, Thomas's family explored the Great Hall, the ancient cannon that is Mons Meg, and enjoyed the stunning views north across Edinburgh. From their vantage point, they could look across the Firth of Forth and over to the Kingdom of Fife. Everyone was in quiet awe when they visited the War Memorial, stunned by the architecture, the stained glass windows, and the ambience of the hall. The two families moved through the crowds as they visited different parts of the castle, stopping for photos, posing by the 1 o'clock gun, and exploring every part they were allowed to visit. Later that evening, both families returned to the castle as they had tickets to watch the world-famous Royal Edinburgh Military Tattoo. Over the following week, the two families roamed the old town, took in the architecture, toured the Royal Mile, picnicked in Princes Street Gardens, visited Holyrood Palace, the Scottish Parliament, and walked up to the top of Arthur's Seat, plus so much more. Their birthday was one they would never forget for the rest of their lives. It was full of fun and laughter as they visited many fringe shows. It was full of wonder and awe as they visited incredible historic buildings, the likes they had never seen before. They were captivated by the medieval history, likening parts of Edinburgh to a real-life Hogwarts, with the Royal Mile being Diagon Alley. The cobbled streets and bagpipes left a strong impression, and around every street corner, there was something new to see. Their views, not just from their hotel windows, but from their walks up Calton Hill and Arthur's Seat, were mind-blowingly magical, stunning and beautiful all at the same time. The two families' activities around Edinburgh unfolded almost in parallel, doing almost the same things at almost the same time. Not surprising for mirror twins. As their trips ended, both families returned to their hotel, their rooms just one floor apart. In the bustling lobby, checking out, James and Thomas passed each other. Their eyes met, a flicker of something. Was it déjà vu, perhaps? They smiled and turned away, heading back home to Alberta, Canada, and Colorado. 30 years later, for his 80th birthday, James was given a DNA test with an ancestry search as a present. He discovered something shocking. 30 years ago, on a vacation in Edinburgh, the man he smiled at in the hotel lobby, the same man he saw visiting Edinburgh Castle, the same man he passed as he walked down Arthur's Seat, the same man he noticed in Prince's Street Gardens, and whose family sat 5 rows back from him on the plane to London, was his brother. The brother he never knew he had. Not just a brother, his twin brother. He knew he was adopted, but they never told him that he had a brother, let alone a twin brother. They had smiled at each other, strangers with a similar face, never knowing they were brothers. Their holiday, a mirror of moments, became a tale of twins who nearly met, bound by a city and an unknown secret.